What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back. This is another episode of It's Not Personal.
It's spiritual.
And today, y'all, I will be leading a little study of the book of Esther and showing the importance of fasting. And so, I got a summary here. Y'all, I'm getting straight into it because this ain't going to be no long video. I wrote a summary down of the book of Esther, and basically, King Xerxes, he was king, and he threw a party or whatever, and for his whole kingdom or whatever like that. He had a wife named, a queen named Vashti. He asked her to come down to show her beauty to the party and the people like that. She refused, and then when she refused, King Xerxes, he had some officials or people that worked for him, like his close people. They was like, oh nah, that's disrespectful of what she did. You have to basically make an example out of her, because the other women of the kingdom will try to do this same thing. So they also requested that he should, dump Queen Vashti and get another one. So they went and found, and he agreed. They went and found a group of young ladies, and when they brought him to the kingdom, King Xerxes saw Queen Esther and favored her, so he was like, okay. Basically, he chose her, and she had to go into purification for like a year or whatever like that. Yeah, so to be purified or whatever like that. And so at this time, she hasn't told anybody that she's a Jew because of her cousin Mordecai, who was at the king's gate. He wasn't inside the kingdom or whatever like that. And at this time, he told her basically, don't tell them who you is, like that you're a Jew. So once she became queen or whatever like that, Mordecai had found out, her cousin had found out that two of the king's officers was plotting to kill the king. And so he found that out, and he got word back to Esther. Esther told the king, and the king was like, oh, put him on a pole, we finna kill him. So he killed them too. And then during all this, after all of this, he elevated Haman was also like an official for the king in second command. So he basically elevated him, and Haman is, he all happy and stuff. So he out here walking in the kingdom, and as he's walking, or he sees Mordecai, he's expecting Mordecai to bow down and kneel to him. And Mordecai like, nah, I'm not kneeling to you. Like, I ain't finna honor you. He only honors God or whatever like that. And so Haman felt some type of way. He wanted to kill him right then, but he held his peace. And then he has people that told him like, instead of killing just him, you kill the people. Kill all of his people, Jews. So once Haman felt like he wanted to do that, he sent a letter out, wrote a decree, got it signed by the king and all that. And back then when they got it signed by the king, it was no reneging, like it was said. So y'all, I'm just giving y'all a summary of this whole book. I encourage you guys to go back and read it. It's only 9 chapters. 10. Oh, 10 chapters. So when he got the king to sign the decree, it was set in stone, and word got back. People was talking. All the Jews was panicking in the kingdom, and Mordecai, he got word, and he was like, So he, being that his cousin at the time is queen, he like, oh, let me tell Esther, because she's a Jew. She ain't finna let us, you know what I'm saying? So she got word back, and she was like, oh, I can't go see the king. In order for me to see the king, he has to request me, basically. And it had been 30 days already since she had seen the king. So she told whoever to tell Mordecai that, and Mordecai responded and was like, you think just because you the queen, you ain't gonna die either? And she was like, oh, basically it kind of like let her know, like, hold on, he might got something, he might be right. Because he said maybe, and then he also mentioned, maybe this is the main reason that you became, God allowed you to become queen for this moment here. Your purpose to become queen, of becoming queen, it might be this moment right here. So when word got back to her, she was like,
she was ready then. She was if I feel.
So she basically said, she sent word back to Mordecai and was like, tell the people, the Jews, we all going on the fast for 3 days, 3 nights, no water, no food. And she was like, I'm gonna tell my girls to do it too, like who working with me. And so
were they even Jews? They weren't Jews.
I don't even think they was Jews.
Now that I think about it.
So Yeah, so the eunuchs and all them that was helping her, and she told them like they had to be on the fast too. So they all went on the fast, y'all, for 3 days and 3 nights, y'all. And the power of God moved after they completed that fast, y'all. So after they completed the fast, she approached the king.
And when she approached the king, she wasn't supposed to, but it made me realize, like, girl, men today will do anything for somebody that's pretty.
Yeah, so
she was that pretty.
Right.
He came with whatever you need.
Yeah, so when she approached, he was like, whatever you want, up to the half of the kingdom, I got you. So she was like, she asked the king, she was like, I want to throw a banquet for you and Haman. Or whatever, like, cause you know Mordecai already told her, Haman trying to kill us. You need to try to do something. So she actually went. Yeah, chapter 7. She went to the king, was like, can I throw a banquet for you and Haman? And he was like, yeah, whatever, like that. So after that, oh yeah, so I think they did it one night. They did one night of the banquet.
In chapter 7, it says the second day.
Oh, the second day. No, but I'm saying, the first night was he couldn't sleep, and that's when he found out.
Oh, that night the king could not sleep. That's chapter 6.
Okay, yeah. So I think after the first night, correct me if I'm wrong, of the banquet, it was gonna be. She threw a banquet for them 2 days, and so that first night after the banquet, he couldn't sleep. The king couldn't sleep, so he asked one of his people to go get the book of Chronicles to read to him. In that book, it revealed that Mordecai was the one who revealed and discovered the conspiracy of the 2 officials that tried to kill him. Y'all remember when I first said that? So once he found out it was Mordecai, he called Haman and was like, I gotta honor this dude. He was like, and then he asked him like, what should I do for a person that has done this? Like, in what way should I honor a person that did this deed, basically uncovered, discovered that I was gonna be killed or whatever like that. And he said, oh, I, give him a robe, a crown,
horse to be delivered.
Put him on a horse, let him walk through the city, the town, and let everybody know that, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And he was like, when you do this, don't leave none of the details that you just told me out. Do everything you just said. And he said, go find Mordecai. And then when I was reading this, y'all theatrical, dramatic music came in my head like dun dun dun, and Mordecai like what? Not Mordecai, but Haman like what? Mordecai, and this is the guy he's trying to kill, and along with all the other Jews. So y'all, do you know how bad I know Haman felt to actually perform this favor for Mordecai? And Mordecai, I already know he was like, whoa, this came out the blue. I'm getting honored or whatever like that for the fact that he found out that the 2 officials gonna kill the king. So after that happened, y'all, Haman went in a panic. He basically
went to his house.
Told his wife, and the wife basically was like, she was basically saying, bro, you done. Once he find out that you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
you plan on killing him.
She said you will not perish, you will not prevail against him, but will surely fall before him.
Exactly. She was like, you done, bro. I can't help you. So then, and y'all, I done probably skip the part. The second day of, and that's when it leads to the second day of the banquet that Esther threw for Haman and the king, and then that's when she revealed like, yes, can you also basically murder, get rid of the person that tried to kill me and my people, the Jews? And the king like, who? Basically, she was like, this guy here named Haman, and he's like, what? So the king walks off for a little second to do something, I forgot, and then when he came back, he saw Haman on his knees crying and begging Esther, and the king like, oh, you'll try to sleep with my old lady while I'm here, while I'm walking in. Did you see that? Did you hear?
What verse and stuff?
Chapter 7, verse 7. And then Haman, realizing that the king had already decided his fate, stayed behind to beg Queen Esther for his life. This is the NIV version, y'all. And just as the king returned from the palace garden, the banquet hall, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. The king said, will he even molest the queen while she is with me in the house? As soon as the word left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. So he like, dang, you all look like you willing to do, you know what I'm saying? So when that happened, they basically impaled him on a pole.
They hanged him, yeah. And
killed him. Yeah, and then Queen Esther was like, can we rewrite, cancel the decree that you signed, that Haman wrote, rewrite it and say the Jews have the authority to destroy anybody that try to kill us. And they went and killed people that tried to destroy them.
You see, I gotta turn that thing around.
And they killed Haman's 10 sons. So y'all, that summary, I think I did pretty good.
Like for instance, you know, when it say when God will prepare a table in front,
in front of
the presence of my enemies. That's right. Mordecai prepared.
That's good, Christina.
Yeah, he prepared that gallows and all that to be hung, and then you get on there. Right.
Ooh, that's good, Christina. And y'all, so basically what I wanted to say was, and make a long story short, y'all, fasting is so important because those 3 days without food and water, yeah, it might have been hard for them, who knows, but when your life is on the line or anything, if you're trying to just see a difference in your life and see God move in the situation, we must push away the plate. Push away the plate and cry out to God and give him glory. Push away the plate. Yes. For real. And y'all, this is just one example of the many of people, the miracles that happen because of fasting. And we're gonna dig deep back in, you know, we're gonna dig deep with other examples of fasting and stuff in the Bible. Y'all, I just wanted to come here and say this. Yes, I didn't give y'all scriptures like that, but it's only 10 chapters, the book of Esther. I encourage you guys to read it and ask God for understanding and realize, like, y'all, with God, nothing is impossible. And when they fasted, y'all, she think she's fasting for herself and her people, and she's kind of she was fearful before this. Like she and then what's crazy is Esther knew. She knew the power of fasting. Yeah. For her to say, "Oh, we're gonna fast 3 days, 2 nights, nobody eat nothing, no water." She knew the power of fasting, and a lot of us don't know the power of fasting.
Yeah, that's true.
And what I want to say is, like, I'll encourage you guys to, you know, if you're going through anything, and you want to see a change or a difference, y'all. Even for myself, I've been fasting and stuff, and learned the powerful, the powerful spiritual implications behind fasting. And if you want to see the move of God, it's real, y'all, and it's just real.
He's the same. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So you know. He responds the same when it comes to fasting. Like whatever you're seeking, like God gonna come through for you regardless.
Yes, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate if y'all got to this end. Thank you for watching. I hope this encouraged you guys to seek, you know, the word of God, fast, and if you want to see a change, see God move in your life. And with that being said, this is just another episode of It's Not Personal.
It's spiritual. And that was very much spiritual.
Yes, it was.